Back in the building, y'all, for the 15,000th time. We got Sheriff Brunson in the building, y'all. Y'all stand up and give him a warm welcome, y'all. Welcome back, Sheriff. In the building, y'all. Got Sheriff Brunson in the building. I know you've been gone for a week or so, you know what I'm saying? But we really miss you, you know what I'm saying? And you're back now on the show. We really appreciate you doing it over the phone last week. And that shows dedication to a man that loves his job, you know, and love his people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You took time out to do it over the phone out of state.
Right.
I mean, that's beautiful. I love that, you know.
Well, let me say this to you, Booty Rush. Before I get started talking,
all right.
you know I got to give everybody credit here.
Okay.
I want to say thank you to 100.7 FM, WUBZ, and DJ Booty Rush at Hear Me TV, Tuskegee Virtual TV with Pat Wallace, Channel 181, and Kimberly Wright, and Danielle Jordan. Want to say thanks to everybody, and there's your credit.
Okay,
now back to the question.
Man, I had just skipped everything. Then.
That's all right,
my
brother. That's all right.
Okay, now what you got on your mind, Sheriff? I heard early today that you guys had a manhunt.
Yeah, we did. I tell you, I'm sitting over here with my mom. She had to come to the station with me. My wife, we were out. I mean, I have to say, my mom. I love my mom. She's been here. You know, my father been sick. I stopped by the house to grab my mom to take her to get some medication, and we ended up having to ride to Montgomery and. On the way back, you know, we got the call about the manhunt, so I had to take off and go there. And we had a young man that had a lot of warrants out of Short, Alabama with Chief Malloy. Chief Malloy does a great job out there, man.
Oh, yeah,
and,
man.
you know, he's holding it down for us out there. But I want you to know, Chief, we here for you. And he had a warrant that he had been trying to serve, and my guys was going out there with him. And one of my guys on the Marshal Service got behind this guy today. And he jumped out and ran, and the Gulf Coast Marshal Service started chasing him. And, of course, they called for backup. So my team of deputies, the Sheriff Department, you know, Shorter, we all got out there. We tracked this guy. We got Kilby's dog team here. We got SBI, aviation team. And we were able to grab this guy, and that's good. We're getting one more off the streets, you know.
Wow.
He had various charges, but one of the main things was these burglaries, man, and breaking in people's houses, man. We got to stop that.
Got to stop it.
And we're here to protect their properties, and I'm glad to get this guy behind bars, you know. Been chasing him for a while, and like I said, I commend Shorter, Chief Malloy did a great job, you know, and we worked this thing together, and that's the way it's going to be.
Teamwork,
baby.
Made the dream work, y'all.
You know, all these guys, all departments I named did a great job. We even had the dog track, Police Victory Land Police came out to help. Franklin came out to help. You know, the Macon County Sheriff Department, you know, everybody. You know, the Gulf Coast fugitive team, you know,
wow.
these marshals are tough, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's always good. You can call the helicopter out to help. Man, those guys from the prison, man, the K9 unit, man, those guys, Kilby's dog team, man, those guys are great, man.
Okay.
Man, you know those guys, they don't only just put those guys, the dogs in the woods. Those guys actually run behind those dogs.
What?
Boy, that's tough.
Run behind
They
them?
run behind those dogs, man. Those dogs run 10 miles. They run 10 miles.
What?
And man, those guys are unbelievable, man.
Good shape, man. They in shape.
Man, they in great shape, man.
10 miles, boy, you had to take me.
Whatever those dogs run, those guys out there with them.
Wow.
And you have to commend guys like that,
Exactly, man. Exactly.
But it's always good when you can call those guys, and, man, they come in for one purpose, and that's to make this community safe. Mm-hmm. And we all got to work together, man. So it was a great job today. We tracked that guy for about 2 hours, and we finally got him.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So that was a great job by everybody.
That's great, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, now you heading to do the sheriff report today, man.
Yeah, I'm going to do the sheriff report, man. And, you know, and, of course, again, it's another busy week. Between the dates of April 20th through April 26th, the Macon County Sheriff Department in the last 7 days has received 184 volunteer fire transmissions, 2,726 landline calls, 258 E911 calls, and 2,313 radio transmissions for a total of 5,581 contacts. You know, in a 7-day period, that's a whole lot.
That's a lot.
You know, that's a lot of contacts. But in the midst of that, we still do another thing. On 420, we had a burglary third in a criminal mischief and a theft of property on County Road 67. Also on 420, we had arrest for theft of property at the Macon County SO. And on 420, I also had another arrest for a pistol pistol permit, not having a pistol permit on 420 at the Macon County Sheriff Department. On 421, we recovered a stolen vehicle on Calico Lane. On 421, we had a theft of property on Highway 29. On 422, we had a theft of property on I-85 southbound. On 422, we had arrest on giving false information on County Road 89. On 423, we had domestic violence on County Road 31. On 423, we had recovery of stolen property on Highway 431. On 423, we had a breaking and entering on County Road 36. On 424, we had a theft of property on County Road 71. On 424, we had a burglary and theft of property second on Highway 80 East. On 425, we had a general information report on County Road 63. That means the person just came in and made a report on something.
Okay.
On
a walk-in or something?
Yeah, walk-in. That's what we call it, a walk-in.
Walk-in.
And we had an arrest for a probation violation, and that arrest was made at the Macon County Sheriff's Office on 425. And on 426, had another general information report off of County Road 63. So again, another busy week. Everybody doing the job, trying to keep the community safe. And that's it for the sheriff report for the week.
Oh, man, it's still another busy week on the Sheriff. Let me ask you this, Sheriff. Mm-hmm. Now, the PSA that we had last week, according to, great job, Virtual Television, Anointed Production, Tuskegee Network did a very, very good job. They had the drone out there. And also the other people that was there with the funeral, the hearse and all that kind of stuff like that.
Everybody did a great job, and again, that was teamwork, trying to do something for the community, trying to do something for those kids going to prom. Prom is supposed to be a fun time.
Right.
But unfortunately, we always have some mishaps, and this is all over the country.
All over the country.
The kids get out having a good time. Unfortunately, some of them like to drink, some of them like to drive, some of them on that telephone, and then sometimes just accidents happen.
Right.
So you want to make them aware of what's going on and what's around them and these things that could happen. Mm-hmm. And what we did was we had three people to come, not three people, well, we had three different entities that came out. The sheriff department, if you were drinking and driving, you could go to jail.
Yeah.
We had the ambulance come out. If you're drinking and driving, doing something, you might have an accident, you get put in the ambulance.
That's right.
But we also had a hearse to come out, and that's the worst.
That's the worst.
People lose their lives, out trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
And which one do you want to go in? You don't want to go in either one of those. All three of those are bad.
That's right.
You want to go home to your families, have a good time with them, and they are trusting you.
Mm-hmm.
They are trusting you to go out and do what you're supposed to do, have a good time, without any drugs, without any, texting on the phone and doing all those things, and not even having accidents. But accidents do happen. But they are trusting you to get out and do the right thing and get home safely.
Yeah.
And, we don't want to lose anybody,
right?
To anything. So everybody want to do all they can do to make these kids aware. And everybody came in and pitched out and said something. The superintendent came out and said something. Tony Washington at the school and with the sheriff department here came out and said something. Just everybody did a tremendous job. And all the stations here, even with the revealer, he came out and did a great one.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Wallace with the drone, he came out and did something great. Miss Wright here, Kimberly, came out and did something great.
Right.
And the fire department did a great job.
Right.
They rescued the dummy out of the vehicle to show the kids what could happen. We had two vehicles placed head-on collision. Mm-hmm. And we just wanted the kids to know this could happen.
Right.
And just put it on their mind, this could happen. And I asked everybody, and we've checked, and I don't think anything bad happened prom night, and that's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
All the kids made it home safely, and I haven't heard of any bad incidents. And, we told the kids, and while I was out there talking to kids, I told them we want to promise. Mm-hmm. And I think the school made them sign a paper saying they would promise to do the right things. And they did.
They did. Okay.
And if we save one, we've done a great job.
Exactly.
But we want to put it on their mind that we care.
Man.
We want to do the right thing, and it makes my job a lot easier.
Right.
As the sheriff, everybody talk about enforcing the law and doing all these things. Hey, but I want these people to be safe, especially our kids.
Right.
Love the kids.
Love the kids.
Love the kids. Gotta love the kids.
Gotta love the kids, man.
So it was great though. Everybody did a great job, and it was an effort that everybody pitched in on.
And I think that made a real big impact on the community and the kids that went to prom.
Yeah.
Also the ones that went to Booker T and Notasulga.
And this was for Notasulga also, and they bust the Notasulga kids down here to see that.
Right.
And we never leave them out.
Right.
You know, Principal Bree Sutherland always there, does a great job. You know, she was the principal at both schools, and that made it real easy. You know, she even said it was great to see her babies from the other school.
Yeah.
You know, and here combined, and everything just was smooth. Everything was good.
That's real good. Because when we think about it, you got the kids that's coming up next year, getting ready to go to prom, and they got a chance to see some of that too. So that's on their mind. You know what I mean, for the next year when they get ready to go to the prom or the year after that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
well, we're gonna do something even bigger next year.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna do something even bigger and better next year, and we're all gonna plan for that. And the goal is just have 100% participation. Right. Participation and 100% of the kids going home safely.
Right.
No incidents.
Right. We got to support that, people. You got to support it. Parents, community people, community leaders. We got to support that. Yeah. I mean, it's very, very important. It's very, very important. Right. I got a question for you.
Okay.
This for the young kids. Patrick gave me this question here, and the young listeners that's listening out there now, they wanted a couple of questions, but we're going to do one of them, and a couple of questions that they did give us, we're going to do a whole show on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But one of these questions, you can answer it now. Okay, now, it says right here, it said, do all deputies drive marked patrol cars?
Okay. Well, for those that don't know, a marked patrol car is one that have all the stripes on, like Sheriff Department, Macon County, that kind of stuff. And no, all police cars are not marked.
Okay.
You know, and we do that for certain reasons, as you can imagine.
Right.
But most of the patrol cars are marked. You know, you want them to be visible, light bar on top. But, sometimes we want to sneak up on people.
Right.
And when we want to do that, we might mark the car and have interior lights on it, like lights under the dash and lights in the windows that nobody can see in the grill until you turn them on. Or we might have one that's completely unmarked. Right. And most investigators like the unmarked cars.
Right.
And you can, for that reason, they can sneak around, ride around. I'm not going to say sneak around, but they don't want to be identified as much as a officer, like a patrolman with the marked vehicles. And that gives them an advantage. Really, if you think about it, it's an advantage for them not to be seen. They can kind of blend in. And even with a patrol car on the highway, you ride down the highway, you're looking for lights. You're looking for stripes on the car. But you see a lot of guys that are pulled over by these state troopers with these unmarked trucks, these cars that are unmarked, and they certainly can do that.
Right.
And, it's not that you're sneaking around, but you see a lot of stuff. People are not going to do stuff in front of police all the time. So it gives us an element of surprise, basically. But all cars are not marked cars.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Now, we said it last time on the show about you guys had some new vehicles, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let them know, the new listeners, that let them know about the new vehicles that you guys have, so they'll be on the lookout for them.
Right. I think most of the cars are online now, all except the new vehicle that I have.
Okay.
And we have 4 pickup trucks, Silverado pickup trucks that are all marked, with lights. Some of them have interior lights and some of them have light bars on them.
Okay.
And we have 2 Tahoes that came in. The 2 Tahoes are unmarked.
Okay.
And they are great. These are not for me. They're not for the sheriff department, but they're for the community.
Okay.
And it just helps us to do our job better.
Yeah.
I've heard some negative things. Some people say, well, you're spending the taxpayers' money buying cars. But I want to say, we need these cars. And I'm not doing this alone. The county commissioners and Maxwell, the commissioner, they did a great job. We need those vehicles.
Need them.
And they came through for us. It makes us get to our calls better, makes it reliable, and we can get to our calls faster and a dependable vehicle. Sometimes before we go on calls and we break down before we get to the calls. We can't serve the community like that. Yeah. And this is nothing about the sheriff department just trying to spend money. No, we need these vehicles to do our job. But also, I'm not going to ride out anything shabby and have my guys riding out in shabby vehicles.
Okay.
And, and no sense of pride about what they're doing. I want them to be proud about what they're doing. I want the community to be proud about the sheriff department. So, I tell the community, don't get me wrong now, we're not going to be shabby. If we have to spend a little money to make us get to these calls, to make us feel proud, to make the community proud of us, to do these things, I'm going to do that. And you're always going to have the nails and the haters that don't like that, but that's fine.
That's fine.
This is for the community.
Exactly.
It's not for Sheriff Brunson. This is not for, this is for the community. And we're going to do that to get our job done.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, getting the job done.
Getting the job done.
I like to look good doing the job.
I know that, right? Make it a little easier.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you like this, due to the fact that I'm in law enforcement a little bit myself.
Yeah.
But I'm
What you mean a little bit? You in law enforcement a lot.
yeah, but your appearance and the way you dress,
Yeah.
people would take you more seriously.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you dress shabby, your shirt out like this, and you come to a call, and that guy not gonna respect you as a law enforcement man. You know what I mean? And it's very seriously.
Yeah, it's very
serious. And people don't think that makes a difference, but it makes a big difference.
You know, one of the things they teach you in the police academy, that you have to look the part.
That's right.
And they've done studies on that, and people are more to respect you when you look the part.
That's right.
When you talk the part.
Yep.
So people respect you more. You have less problems when you do that.
That's right.
And I would rather talk to somebody. You know, I'd rather talk people down and have a conversation with them than to be out there wrestling with them or shooting with them because they don't respect the way I look.
That's right.
And I tell all my guys, you try to look good, you try to look the part, and it'll make your job a whole lot easier. But they have done studies on that, and that is the truth. You don't want to go nowhere looking sloppy.
That's right.
You don't want to go nowhere your car's breaking down and your uniform's looking bad and that kind of stuff. You don't need to do that.
No, you can't do that.
But it makes our job a whole lot easier.
Sure do. I mean, it really does.
That's right.
Okay. Hey. Now, Sheriff, who you brought with you today? Who you brought with you
look
today?
Here. This guy's a second-time guy. I think he liked coming on the radio.
I do.
You know, he asked me today. We was out on this manhunt, and I told him today. I say, wow, Cap. I said, we've been out here all day, and I hadn't gotten prepared for my radio, and I got to go get somebody to go to the radio. Cap said, I go.
I love that radio.
See, I told you, he think he gonna be DJ Booty Swanson.
DJ Booty Swanson.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. And he loved coming on the radio, so that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
And we came on here, so I told him, okay, we're gonna do a repeat appearance by you today. So that's what happened. He's back today. But you know, Captain Swanson does a great job.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He does a great job. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and you know, unfortunately, we had a shooting last week. And a young man got shot, and when I got to the scene, Captain Swanson had done everything to get this guy prepared to get on that helicopter.
Wow.
And I think if it wasn't for Captain Swanson, this guy wouldn't have made it.
Wow.
He had been shot twice.
Whoa.
And it's always good to have him nearby and on the scene because he is a EMT.
Right.
He knows what he's doing, and that's why I wanted him on my team. My dream was to have somebody that can help our community and our people when the ambulance can't get there. Somebody that can get there, the first responder, really fast.
Right.
And, man, he has done that. And I can talk about him forever, and I can talk about how many people he's saved since being here these 2 years. And what I'm trying to do is build on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build on that. But, man, if you had seen him out there, you would have been proud. Wow. And I'm telling you, he saved this guy's life.
Wow.
You know, it probably took the the helicopter probably about 25, 30 minutes to get there. And, man, this guy was ready to go in the helicopter when they got there.
Great job.
Like I say, he saved his life.
Can I give him a round of applause?
Yeah, you give him a round of applause.
I'm going to
I'm going to give him a baby.
That is a plus to this community. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
that is a plus to this community.
Right.
You got a guy riding around in a patrol car all day just waiting to help you.
Yeah.
You know,
that's strong.
That's strong, man.
That's strong, man.
And I'm telling you, I'm going to build on that.
Right.
I'm going to build on that. You know, we got to save this community.
We got to.
And anything we need to do, I'm willing to do. This is a new idea that I talked about, and
it's a beautiful idea.
It's in reality.
Right.
And he does that, man. And like I said, I can't even count the number of people he's saved, you know, since being here these 2 years. And he's a great man from the community, love the community. And he can come on the radio show anytime he want with me.
Yeah, all the time. I mean, you guys always welcome.
Yeah,
at any time. You can come up, pop up appearance and everything. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. You the sheriff, man. You guys can do it. You got Captain Swanson in the building, man. What's going on with your Cap, man? Oh, let me ask you something before you get started. No, go ahead.
I'm just glad to be here. I love that music, Booty Ray. So, you know, music and I, you know, we get along hand in hand. I love that music, man. But I'm glad to be here and share the passion and the dream that my my frat brother, we share in law enforcement, man.
Right.
I mean, it's just something that I'm glad to be back in this community and being able to help. So
your brothers 3 times then.
brothers,
you know, your brothers in Christ, your frat brothers, and you're of law enforcement brothers.
That's right.
All kind of ways. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Let me ask you this. Now, I was scrolling through my Facebook page, and I seen you guys had took a picture. It was like 4 of you guys. Where y'all was at that time? I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday.
Oh, okay. We've been doing
some type of community, career fair or something like that.
we have been doing career fairs all week at the different schools.
Okay.
Which is great. I love doing them, you know, going out there talking to the kids. But we've been set up at different schools every day. I think we started with Booker T. We did Tuskegee Public yesterday, Booker T on Tuesday, and Notasuga today.
Okay.
And it's always good to go out there and share with the kids and show them what we're about and what we're doing and how you can make it a career and what we're doing.
Right.
And law enforcement is a good career.
It is.
And you try to tell the kids, you know, you got to stay out of trouble. You got to go to school. You got to listen to your parents. You got to do all these things if you want to be in law enforcement. You know, and whatever you do today will follow you tomorrow.
Right.
Especially in law enforcement.
Especially law enforcement.
You can't have any arrests. You can't have, you know, if you do, posts won't take you.
Right.
And kids have to realize that, we have to stay out of trouble.
Right.
You know, you can't have anything. You know, you can't be out there, and I'm going to say selling drugs, can't be on drugs because we test these people, and they test.
Right.
You can't have any drugs in your system. You can't have alcohol in your system. You can't have a habit of doing things like that. And you got to have great integrity.
Exactly.
So we try to tell those kids that today. We gave out a lot of little junior badges today.
Oh, yeah? Man, I know they love
kids,
that.
Yeah, they did. Gave out candy.
That was fun.
And gave out information on what we're doing, gave out information on drugs and that kind of thing. So it's always fun to go to these career fairs. And we've been doing it all week, and we got one more tomorrow at George Washington Carver. So we enjoyed, and we'll be there. And just thanks to the community and the schools for having us.
Oh, man. See, y'all be showing love. Y'all spread love throughout the whole entire county, man. And that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Macon County, Tuskegee, man, that's what we do.
Right.
We got to keep spreading the love to our kids, to youth, man, and let them get the picture because we got to keep drilling them. We just can't tell them and expect for them to figure it out. You know, they figure it out, but you keep drilling with it and drill them and drill them and drill them. They gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get it. Just like they learn that rap music, they can learn how to do right. You know what I'm saying? They keep practicing, being positive, put them around positive people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I always tell them the time that you spend with these kids today will pay you tomorrow.
Exactly.
And that is the truth.
That's the truth. That's the truth. You said it. You said it. Okay. We still got to hear from you, Captain Swanson. We got to hear from you. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Man, you know, I was really,
Swanson.
hey, that's my theme song when you first turn on the music. Now I love that.
Yeah.
But you know, at those career fairs, man, it was really interesting for those kids when they come up to you. They know the kind of guns that you really had.
Exactly.
They was calling them out today. Yeah, and I was looking at them like, wow, you know, and they're on the internet,
right?
And they're identifying these things, and it's just, and you look at it, it's pretty scary because they actually know and the kind of bullet. They know everything. Yeah. And they was asking questions that you're like, what in the world, how in the world, you frowning like, wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, just for parents that's out there that may be listening, please put those guns up and make sure that they're not loaded and that kind of thing. And just make sure that you have a lock on them. And these kids are watching you where you put them. And I guarantee you, they go in there and they're very inquisitive and they go in there and mess with those guns. And because the questions they was asking, I'm like, wow, I was shocked.
Wow.
I was very shocked. So luckily it just hadn't been any, no gunshots, or someone getting shot. But you'll be surprised what they get and how these youngsters grow up, how these young kids are shooting now. You know, they're shooting and they're really doing some things at a younger age. So, but other than that, man, that's just what caught my eye.
Yeah.
And, of course, we try to change the subject, but they get right back on it.
Right back on it.
They're right back on them guns, man.
Right. They're fascinated with those guns.
Yeah, they're fascinated with the gun.
Yeah, man.
And that's what they see. These games, everything. And, these games are so realistic.
Yeah.
They show a Glock 40.
Oh yeah.
They show a M16.
Yeah.
They show a AR-15. These kids know these guns.
Yeah.
And they look at those games and they see them and they can identify.
And that's what I have a problem with those games, man, because you got those games that shoot. You got a head explode, shoot them in the stomach. I mean, those games are really graphic. You know what I'm saying? And you got a kid that's 6 and 7 years old and shooting and brain busting open and all that kind of stuff. Like that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. So you really kind of fought the games and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's not good. Because I said, what the world? Got all that. A lot of stuff on TV too, but that's a whole nother subject. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Whole nother subject.
That's right.
But let's see. What else we got? Chef?
I don't know. I think it's time to give them a shout out.
Just shout out.
And we're going to let you get on with your music.
Okay.
Enjoyed being here tonight. But I give a shout out to my mom sitting over there. She been having it rough with my father. I want to thank everybody for your prayers last week.
That's right.
But my dad is here. He's not doing real good. But all we can do is pray for him. Appreciate your prayers. And I know my mom, she's put everything aside to take care of him. And I can honestly say this is the first time she's been out of the house probably since she's been here, besides going to the hospital, and then just staying there taking care of my dad.
Okay, cool.
And getting out the house today for a few minutes turned into about 6 hours.
God.
It's an accident, but glad to get out here so she can get out and get some air. She didn't want to come inside, but we got in here.
Right. Okay.
And just give a shout out to her. And she's been doing everything for us, so I appreciate that. And it's always good to have her and my father here. Shout out to my wife, Courtney, Miss Sheriff there. She's always doing good. But also a shout out to everybody in Macon County again.
Okay.
We're trying to keep this village thing going, keep everybody safe, and the community has been doing a great job.
Yeah, they are.
I've seen a decline in what's going on, and we just got to look out for each other, take care of everybody. And just make this thing come together.
Got to make it come together.
We want Tuskegee and Macon County to be the best place in the world to live. We want this to be the safest place to live.
Right.
We want our kids to grow up, go to school, get their lesson, and turn into great productive citizens.
Right.
That's what this is all about.
That's what it's all about. That's right.
Be proud to be from Macon County. Be proud to be from Tuskegee, Shorter, Notasulga. Be proud to be from Franklin, Little Texas, and all those places. You know what I'm saying? Cheehaw. And just bring that pride to Macon County. You know what I'm saying? They can't look down. We got a lot of smart, talented kids here, man. We got great people in Macon County, but we all got to do our part.
Right.
Everybody got to do their part.
Everybody. From
the guys sweeping the streets, to the people taking up the trash, to the law enforcement, to the government, to the teachers, to everybody, the workers that work at McDonald's, Burger, whatever. Everybody do their part and do it well with a smile on your face so we can be proud of our community and our county. And, shout out to all the churches and the preachers that have been preaching this and doing what they do to make us spiritually strong.
That's right. That's
what I'm saying? Everybody plays a part in what this community is doing.
That's right.
So do it to the best of your ability. Don't turn your head.
Don't turn your head. That's
Don't turn your head to what's going on. Don't have a blind eye. Everybody do your part.
Everybody do their part.
And don't look down on nobody. And I tell my guys, I hate the backstabbers. I hate the gossip behind your head.
Right.
That ain't taking us nowhere.
Ain't taking us nowhere.
That ain't taking us nowhere.
Ain't helping at all.
It ain't helping at all.
Ain't helping at all.
And those people, you ought to be ashamed of yourself in this community trying to do that to people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We trying to be great.
Right.
We want this place to be great. And it's a good thing that a lot of people don't listen to gossip, don't listen to the ill-faters who just don't mean nobody no good.
Right.
I guess those are people we need to pray for in this community.
Exactly.
But everybody is up for something positive. Everybody's up to saving this community and make it a great place to live. Shout out to you.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to you.
And I'm going to tell you another thing, too, Shav. It could be another subject on another time. But everybody just need to take the titles off of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take their titles off and start helping the kids. Don't say, well, I let them do it. Or no, you if it's something the way you can help, you need to help.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you can't help, send them somewhere where they can get help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, they'll do it. No, take the titles off. You know what I'm talking about? You're not too big to help nobody.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? You're not too large. You're not too rich.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about? Because some way down the line, you're going to need help yourself.
So they're going to need help.
Everybody needs help
at some point in time.
Everybody needs help.
Everybody does.
So take those titles off. You know what I mean? When
off.
it come to trying to help people, you know what I mean? That's what we have a real bad problem with. Like, I ain't got time to do that.
See,
Too good for that.
We have people that say that, and then we got some people that don't mean nobody no good.
Right, exactly.
You know, no matter what you do, Booty Rush, no matter what they do, they gonna still have something bad to say about you. Right. That's when you just keep your head held high and know that you're doing something for the community.
Yeah. And God guide you.
He got you. Some people don't like because Booty Rush sitting here on this radio. Booty Rush doing a great job.
Right.
You got some people that don't like that.
I know.
You know, and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's right.
You know, we can't deal with that. That'll kill this community. Right. And that's not what we want.
That's right.
But
that's
it's
right.
okay.
It's okay.
I guess everything makes the world go round.
What you talking about?
But shout out to the community. Thank you. Glad to be back. Glad to be here. And, you know, thank y'all for saying a prayer for me and my family, my father, my mother, and my family. Just thank you, everybody. Love the community. Looking forward to seeing you again and talking to you on next week.
Okay. Y'all heard it from the chat. You got any shout out?
Well, it's just a comment, really.
Okay, go ahead.
I kind of said this with Chief Frazier, and the sheriff and I talk about this a lot. This really is a city thing, but, you know, the sheriff is really the chief law enforcement officer of this entire county. It's with these four-wheelers, and it's becoming a problem now because, you know, when you see them downtown passing cars, doing wheelies and that kind of thing and making people run off the road, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a major problem.
Yeah.
And therefore, they're not going to take over this community. And I hope they're listening because I think at this point, they're going to be up under the sheriff's department radar. I don't think they want that.
Yeah.
So, but we want them to stop.
Yeah.
We want them to stop. But if not, it's going to see a difference. And when sheriff really crack down on it, it's going to be something different now, because they need to stop for real.
Y'all heard that? Four-wheeler drivers, listen, man. Y'all made me stop driving my four-wheeler. To be honest, I don't even ride my four-wheeler no more. You know what I'm saying? In my park right now, I don't ride it because they doing too much. You know, yeah, and I could be the one just going right there down the street, and I just get pulled. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Because the way that they drive, I see them. They come across the universe wide. They don't come on, but they come on.
Through the town area. They're running through traffic lights.
All through traffic.
They're doing everything that they shouldn't be doing. Violating
babies
the law.
on the car. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
And Cap is speaking right, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not all four wheelers. You know, people that want to get out and have fun, gonna ride and obey the laws and don't make it dangerous for other people. I'm all right with that.
Right.
You know, a lot of people. I like to get out on my four wheeler. I like to ride, but you gotta obey the laws, and you can't make it dangerous for the other people in the community.
That's right.
And you know, I have talked about it and we've discussed it. And at some point, you know, we're really going to have to crack down on that when people are making it dangerous for our citizens. And we're going to have to do that.
Right.
And I'm telling you guys, I'm not threatening you guys on these four wheels. Certainly wouldn't do that. But all I want is y'all to drive safely, obey the laws, and don't hurt anybody, and don't hurt yourself. And I'm all right with that. But when you start doing the other way, we're going to have to crack down on you. Yeah. And you are under our radar. So. That's right. You know, you are on our radar.
And please keep your helmet on.
Keep your helmet on.
Keep them helmets, man. Put them helmets on. You know what I mean?
Keep your helmet on.
Keep them helmet on.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. That might be wrapping up.
That's
report,
good.
man.
That's good.
Hey, we always have a good time when we on the air. 100.7 WBZ, Anointed Production.
And I guess you got to say thank you to my sheriff department and everybody there. And Secretary's Day.
Oh, Secretary's Day.
Secretary's Day yesterday. And I want to give a shout out to Miss Davis, Mr. Retta, who do a great job down there for me. Great assistance. And just want to say happy Secretary's Day to them. You know, they make my office go. You know, they stay on me down there, and they stay on everybody else down there. You got to follow the rules in the office.
Oh, yeah.
You got to follow the rules in the office. Those are some great ladies, and call down there, they handling business.
Okay.
Some people say, hey, those ladies are tough, but they are tough.
Right.
And they try to protect me, and they try to do everything right. So those are some good ladies. I just want to say happy Secretary's Day to them and give them a shout out today.
Happy Secretary Day.
Happy Secretary Day.
Okay, people, that's going to wrap up the Sheriff Report for this week. That's April 27, 2017. We'll never see this day again. And give them a big round of applause. We got Captain Swanson, and we got the Sheriff Andre Brunson in the building, y'all. Y'all give him a big round of applause.